All right, continuing on with the 94 Winston Cup season. After 29 events, Dale Earnhardt's in the lead. Ernie Irvin's in second, 20 points behind. Rudd is 96 points behind the leader. And I'm currently in fourth, 150 points behind the leader, only 54 points behind Rudd. May have a chance of catching him at some point, but I'm not so sure. And then behind me, we got Mark Martin, who's pretty far back behind me, so I should be able to stay up in front of him. Rusty Wallace, Morgan Shepard, Ken Schrader, Terry Labonte, and Lake Speed in 10th. All right, this race is at Phoenix. This is my home track. I love racing Phoenix. 100%, 312 laps, 43 cars in this race, full field, 98%, realistic, all boxes checked. And I am just using the default qualify fast setup. It says we can go 99 laps on a tank of fuel. I don't think they go that far. I forget exactly how far they go. I want to say it's like 80 laps, maybe something like that. All right, let's go to qualifying. Pretty cold here. It doesn't usually get that cold, but it's clear. So as long as it's clear and cold, that's okay. Just as long as it's not cold and cloudy, that would suck. I usually qualify pretty good here. And this is the Phoenix 97 track by Thunder 98. And it looks incredible.
Okay, here comes your first time lap.
This is one of my favorite modded tracks. This is, ooh, a little loose there. This is my favorite version of Phoenix. It's the one I remember when I started attending races in '96. All right, kind of messed up that first lap. They could do a little better here. Yeah, 19th is not good. I should be in the top 5.
All right, there's the checkered flag.
18th. Okay, not great. Okay, it just got a lot warmer. I think, you know, it was really cold, 57. I think that might have made the car a little bit more loose. Car is usually a little more loose in the cold weather, especially when it's cloudy. So now we're back up to clear 77. That's about perfect. All right, so I'm starting 18th on the outside. Bill Elliott right in front of me. Musgrave right behind me. It's got to be careful and not let Musgrave try and get in the middle 3 wide. The AI start really slow here, so I should be able to get a good buffer. And Dale Jarrett on my inside. Let's see, any fast cars back here? Purvis bound, Dallenbach. I would, you know, with 43 cars, I thought Purvis might sneak in there. I was kind of hoping it would be Rick Corelli. This Rick Corelli was a little more West Coast. Chuck Bound, Dallenbach, Hensley. Let's see. Okay, Waltrip should be pretty fast. He'll be moving towards the front. Okay, looks good. Dale, I'm pretty sure is going to take off straight from the start, so I don't want to be piddling back here too long, because he will be coming around to lap people, and he'll lap a lot of people by the first pit stop if there's no caution. I'd rather not lose a lap in the first run. All right, looks pretty good. I'm pitting behind Dale Jarrett. I'll be pitting on the straight part, which I like. All right, looks good. All right, clear 77.
Drivers, start your engines.
I feel like in all my practices, I'd be qualifying at least in the top 10. So to qualify back in like 18th or whatever, that's not good. But it's a long race, so it doesn't really matter. Just watch out for Musgrave behind me. Hopefully I'll be able to get in like behind Jared. I want to get to the bottom as fast as I can. But it may be a couple of laps till I can get down there. Oh, need some racing gum. All right, here we go.
Get ready now. Going green. Pace car's in. Green flag, green flag. Green, green, green.
Oh, maybe I can get in front of Jarrett here. Nice. Don't want Jarrett riding my bumper, but don't really have a choice right now. You see, he goes to the outside here.
Clear. Car outside. Outside. Still there.
Hit the paint a little bit. Still there. Clear outside. The outside line off turn 4 can get some really good runs.
Car outside. Still there. Still there.
Rick Mast is moving backwards a little bit.
Still there.
Yeah, cars are still going around him on the outside.
Clear outside. Car outside. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Car outside. Still there. You're on the bottom, 3 wide, outside. Still there. Still there. Clear.
All right, got around Rick Mast. Squealing the tires a little bit, getting into 1. Should be a little bit more careful about that. Really hard to pass here. So if there's a slower car, the AI tend to start just lining up behind them. Like Morgan Shepherd here, it looks like he's kind of slow. And then they do the accordion effect going into turn 1.
Outside. Still there. Clear. Car outside. Still there. Clear.
There, maybe I can get away from Jarrett Musgrave. Looks like they're side. Oh, okay. Jarrett got in front of him. Had to kind of feather the throttle coming out of 2 that last time. Definitely don't want to hit that wall. That would be a disaster. And I'm surprised Morgan Shepherd seems to be holding us up here. Morgan Shepherd is pretty good in this roster.
Outside. Still there. Clear. Outside. Clear outside.
And Bill all over my bumper getting into 3. Clear outside. Car outside. Clear. Car outside. Still there. Clear outside. You gotta be so careful coming off turn 4. The spotter will clear you, and going into 3 or in the middle of 3, but then that car on the outside just gets this incredible run coming off the corner. Like Jeff Gordon did on me that last time. I could just get past these 4 guys, then I could have some open track.
Clear outside.
Alright, I'm only about 9 seconds back. It's not too bad.
Outside. Clear outside. Car outside. Still there. Still there. Clear outside. Car outside. Still there. Still there. Clear outside. Clear outside.
Alright, got a little open track here. It's like Michael Waltrip and Jeff Bodine are stuck side by side behind me. I'm getting a little gap on them. Like Michael Waltrip and Jeff Bodine are still side by side behind me.
outside. Clear outside. Car outside. Clear outside. Outside.
Marlin's trying to go 3 wide.
Still there. You're on the bottom. 3
Okay,
wide.
it's not just trying, he is.
Car outside. Clear outside.
That was Jeff Purvis' first lap car in the 51. Pretty sure this was not one of the races that Neil Bonnet would have run in that car. Which is why I was kind of hoping Rick Corelli would have started this race. I want to say the only races that Neil Bonnet was planning to run in that car in '94 was Daytona, Talladega, and then Michigan. Something like that. All right, I think I'm probably a little faster than Morgan Shepherd, maybe. But Sterling, I think, is a little faster than me. And so Sterling's just trying to get held up. So trying to pass Sterling here would be harder than trying to pass Morgan Shepherd, I think. Kind of prefer it if Sterling would get around Morgan and we could just kind of move forward.
Outside. Clear.
See, Morgan had a bad lap, so I got under Sterling, but Sterling got that run off turn 4, and then he gets right back on Morgan Shepherd's bumper. So if Sterling could just get around here, we could sort this out a little bit, but it's still way early in the race. Long way to go. Gotta be patient.
Outside. outside.
Yeah, see, I don't know that that move is going to work.
Outside. Clear outside.
All right, maybe Sterling can get around him as we're working through these lap cars. Sterling keep jumping in. He's jumping in the middle, put me 3 wide on the bottom. He's not letting me pick him.
Clear. Outside. Clear. Clear outside. Outside. Clear. Car outside. Clear outside.
See, even when the spotter says clear outside going down the front straightaway, Chuck Baum was still kind of there. Okay, I think, no, thought Sterling was going to make the move there, but and I was pulling away from Jeff Bodine before I caught the lap cars. So I'm hoping now that I've gotten around him, I can pull away even more.
Car outside. Clear outside.
I just gave Sterling a tap. Think, come on, let's go, man. Either make the move or let me by and I'll make the move on Shepard. All right, just be patient. Just be patient.
outside. You're on the bottom, 3 wide, car outside. You got a slow car up high. Clear, the yellow flag is out. Let's go. Race back to the line. Outside, clear.
All right, well, that was not the best time to make that move, but it worked out okay.
Pit road is closed.
Terry Labonte was stuck
Okay, we're under caution.
in the middle
Catch
of
up to
1
the
and
end of
2
the
there.
pacer line. Stay behind the 4 car.
All right, I'm definitely pitting. I thought it was weird that I got under Marlin and Shepard. It's like, wow, Shepard is really slow.
Pit road is now
And then
open.
saw Terry Labonte sitting there. All right, I think
Limit
it's 35.
Keep it under 3,500.
3,500.
Seconds. The pace cars in turn 1.
Here we go.
The pace cars in turn 2. The pace cars on the short straight. The pace cars in the kink. The pace cars on the back straight. Go, go, go! Okay, you're clear of pit lane. Stay behind the 4 car.
I'm going to have Earnhardt right behind me. Great. Boy, he had a slow pit stop. Is Earnhardt going to race me here? Like, dude, just whatever. Okay, Earnhardt's pitting again. No. Okay, he should be right there. All right, how many people on the lead lap? We got 25 on the lead lap. And that's 26 through 43rd, a lap down. So that's going to be 17 cars on the inside line. And I'm 10th. So I'm going to be double file right in the middle of the mess. I've been feeling a lot more confident with my restarts lately. So I think I'll just keep my track position and hope the restart goes okay. It's clear, so the tire temp should be way better than when it was cloudy, or if it was cloudy.
We're going green next time. Okay, we're on the lead lap. Stay on the outside line. Stay behind the 4 car on the outside line.
Just want to make sure I'm not letting Musgrave put me on the outside 3 wide. Or that someone's not trying to pass a lap car on the inside and then I get put on the outside 3 wide that way. And Jeff Purvis is second in line at the front of the lap down cars. So that's going to be a nuisance. I know he's the slowest car on the track. All right, pretty cold tires, just be careful. Going green on 68. Just stay in my lane.
Get ready now, going green. The pace car's in. Green, green, green! Car inside. Still there. Still there. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Outside. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Outside. Still there. Clear outside. Outside.
Just hugging this bottom line
Still there.
while the tires warm up.
Clear outside. Car outside. Clear. Outside.
I was pretty lucky to get in behind Chuck Bound there on the restart.
Still there.
Let's go.
Clear. Car outside.
Top of the line right on my bumper.
You're on the bottom.
Bill
3
Elliott
wide,
coming up through the
outside.
middle.
Clear. Car outside. You're on the bottom, 3 wide, outside.
Top of the line coming up through the middle.
You're on the bottom, 3 wide, car outside. You're on the bottom,
Jeff
3
Gordon
wide.
coming
You're on the
up
bottom,
through the
3
middle.
wide, clear outside. Car outside.
Come on. All right. All right. All right.
Still there. Still there. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Still there. Clear outside.
All right. Got around Jeff Purvis.
Outside. Still there. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Car outside.
John Andretti trying to come up through the middle now.
Outside.
All right. Me and John Andretti got past Dick
Clear
Trickle.
outside.
All right. Now I'm clear. Man, that is intense. It's hard because the AI, if they decide that you're going too slow on the bottom, then they'll just jump in the middle and try and go around you, put you in really awkward positions. It happened to me like 2 or 3 times. The worst was when Jeff Gordon jumped in the middle in turn 3 here, and I think we made a little contact, but it all worked out. They almost don't even want to try and get up under Jeff because he's just going to jump in the middle under Dave Marcus here. So it's almost best to just kind of let him go and fall in behind him like this.
Clear. Outside. Still there. Clear. Car outside. Clear outside.
See it, and I can't tell. Like, is Jeff gonna make a move here, or no? He's just gonna fall in line. Okay, this time he's making a move.
Outside.
Right at the end of the straightaway.
Clear outside. Clear outside. Outside. Still there. Clear. Outside. Still there. Clear outside.
Jeff is getting stuck behind Jimmy here.
Car outside. Still there. Still there. Clear outside. Outside. Still there. Still there. Clear outside.
All right, good. So Michael Waltrip and Jeff Gordon are side by side behind me, and I got Jimmy Spencer between me and them. Should help me put some distance on them here. hopefully there aren't too many more restarts like that. I remember in my 92 race here, there was a lot of cautions. That was a cloudy race, and I tend to notice that there's more cautions in cloudy races versus clear races. But in that race, there was a whole bunch of cautions towards the end.
Outside. Clear outside.
Let's go, Daryl.
Outside. Still there. Clear outside.
All right, I went green on 68. So it's been 30 laps since the restart. I think we're probably gonna go another, let's see, 55. That would get to 85, something like that. So maybe around lap 150. Next pit stop.
Outside. Still there. Clear.
I like following Daryl when he makes the passes and I just follow him through. At least he's making the passes. Not like Sterling sitting behind Morgan Shepherd that whole last run. And Michael Waltrip seems to be following us through all those passes too.
Still there. Clear.
Joe Nemechek is running pretty good, but he's not for position. So he must have gone a lap down on the first run. I'm not sure if he is already getting lapped on this run or if he just started up front. And it's taken me this long to catch up to him. Darrell's even trying to pass Sterling. Haven't been able to pass Sterling yet. Give this a try.
Clear outside. Outside. Clear outside.
Nah, I just can't get around Sterling. Give him a little bump again. All right, I'm gonna dive bomb him a little bit.
Car outside. Still there.
Watch him get this run off turn 4. All right, I think I can pass him here.
Clear.
I think that moved me up into the top 10.
Car outside. Still there. Clear.
Hopefully Jeff Purvis can slow those guys down behind me. There's Chuck Bound. Give him a little wave for letting me in on the back straightaway of that restart. Just so I could get in the bottom groove.
outside. Still there. Clear outside. Outside. Clear outside. Car outside. Clear. Car outside. Clear outside.
Michael Waltrip is still following me. Jeff Bodine is back there and Jeff Gordon is back there too. it looks like Hud Strickland is holding up Michael Waltrip. It's good for me. How far am I behind the leader? 20 seconds. The Irvin is coming in a hurry. Schrader, man, is not able to pass Jimmy Hensley here.
Clear. Outside.
Okay, now he's getting around him. Now I will follow Darrell.
Outside. Still there. Still there.
And Michael Waltrip has lost a spot to Jeff Bodine, and Jeff Bodine is now right on my bumper.
Clear outside.
But the problem here is Schrader. I'd like to see Waltrip get around him. Schrader is slowing us up, and it's allowed all those guys behind me to catch up. Pick Darrell here.
Clear outside.
All right, that worked pretty good. Getting on that this rumple strip, it kind of loosens the car up a little bit, going down the back straightaway, and helps it turn.
outside.
All right, aside from these lap cars, I've now got some open track ahead of me.
Outside. Clear outside.
Hopefully these lap cars will slow up all those guys and I can get some distance on them. Especially with Ernie coming around like he is.
Car outside. Clear outside.
.24 seconds behind the leader. All right, should be coming up on a pit stop here pretty soon. I was thinking it'd be about 150. That would get me 82 laps. How are the tires looking? Tires look okay. Flip the apron a little bit.
Clear. Car outside. Still there. Clear. Outside.
And I'm just not able to pull away from Michael Waltrip at all. Me and Michael Waltrip seem to be pretty even.
Outside. Clear.
Ooh, on that apron a little bit. No worries. All right. I would think pit stops should be starting here in the next couple of laps. Okay, I think I just saw someone on pit road. Not sure. Thankfully, it's pretty easy pit entry, but pit exit can get really tricky with cars coming off turn 2 and then getting through the dog leg, and people coming out of the pits and trying to go around them on the outside in the dog leg. That can get a little complicated.
The leader's pitting now.
All right, somebody's pitting. Greg Sachs is pitting.
The leader's pitting now.
Let's see, can I get around Bobby Labonte?
Still there. Clear outside.
Okay. Okay, and Bobby Labonte was pitting. You got to be super careful about that.
You're in first.
Okay, I'm pitting this time. Got my 5 bonus points. Bunch of cars coming off pit road here.
Car outside.
I'll follow
Still
Dave
there.
Marcus.
Clear. Limit 45. Keep it under 3,500 in second. Go, go, go! Keep it under 45. Keep it under 3,500 in second.
All right, got out in front of Dave Marcus.
Okay, you're clear of pit lane.
All right, cold tires. Stay out of the grass. Watch out for people on the back straightaway.
Outside.
Don't
Clear
forget to
outside.
shift. Almost forgot to shift. I was so nervous about Bobby Labonte was coming right up on my bumper going into 3 there. that I forgot to shift. Trying to get 2 hands on the wheel.
Outside. Still there. Clear outside. Outside. Clear. Car outside. Clear.
And Rudd earned.
Flags. We're halfway home.
Oh, okay, halfway. Rudd, Earnhardt, and Irvin are the top 3 in the championship, and they're 1, 2, 3 in this race.
Car outside. Still there. Clear outside.
All right, that was a really good pit stop. I mean, pit in, pit stop, and coming out. I went in 8th, I came out in 8th. Oh, Earnhardt is out. Boy, that is going to be a killer in the championship. He had a 20-point lead on Ernie Irvin and about I think it was 40-point lead on Rudd. And there's a lot of cars in this race, and I don't know if anyone has gone out yet, so he's going to finish like 40-something. But yeah, that was a really good pit stop. I followed Dave Marcus in, and when I came out of my pit, I was in front of Marcus, so I had a good stop from the crew. And then, you know, just getting out. I don't know if I'm a little faster here getting out than the AI, but definitely worked out pretty well for me. And I stayed out as long as I didn't let a lap, so. So they didn't, like, all the other guys didn't short pit me and pass me and stuff like they would at Darlington or Rockingham. Wait, didn't I come out in 8th? So if I passed Earnhardt, then I should be in 7th. So someone else must have just went out. Irvin and Rudd are still in it. All right, Daryl is catching me. I'd like to stay in front of him. If I can. And of course, you know, at Darlington and Rockingham, part of the problem is once cars pit and come out on fast tires, then not only am I running around on really slow tires, but I'm trying to stay out of the way. And so I have to take like really weird lines into the corner just to try and keep from getting run over. I didn't have to do that here either. That was Jimmy Hensley on the inside of the back straightaway. It's like he had a tire or suspension failure. And Daryl just keeps inching closer to me. And I think that's Bobby Labonte hanging out behind Daryl. Okay, so I pit on like, was it like 154? Went green on 68, pit on 154.
Yellow flag is out. Let's go. Race back to the line.
So I think I went about 85 laps.
Pit road is closed. Okay, we're under caution. Catch up to the end of the pacing line. Stay behind the 14 car.
All right, I can go back around. I mean, that caution worked out pretty well for me because Ernie Irvin was coming. So I'm one of the last cars on the lead lap now. That's a good spot to be.
Pit road is now open. We can't pit this time by. We're not on the lead lap.
So I'm glad the caution came out. It's the restarts that'll kill you. I'm not looking forward to that. All right, I'm gonna pit.
Keep it under 45. Keep it under 3,500 in seconds. The pace cars in turn 1. The pace cars in turn 2. The pace cars on the short straight. The pace cars in the kink.
Kink?
The pace
The dog
cars
leg.
on the back straight.
What is this,
Go,
kink?
go, go! Keep it under 45. Keep it under 3,500 in seconds.
All right, I don't want to
Pace
restart
cars in
with
turn
Daryl all over my bumper and Michael Waltrip. I'm going to let both of the Waltrips go here. And I'll just restart in 8th. I'm fine with that.
Cars in turn 4. Okay, you're clear of pit lane. Stay behind the 30 car.
What is going on here? Looks like someone is clogging up the entrance to pit road. Greg Sachs. Not sure what's going on there. Looks like, did all those guys make it down pit road, or are they all gonna get lapped? And it looks like Jimmy Hensley did not pit. Or, yeah, I don't think he pit because he's now, well, he had just pit right before the caution because he had the tire suspension failure. So he should have new tires on.
We're going green next time by. Okay, we're on the lead lap. Stay on the outside line. Stay behind the 30 car on the outside line.
So Hensley's up front. I got Chuck Bound to my left. Maybe he'll let me in again. And then Kyle Petty behind Bound. Only 3 guys are out. Terry Labonte, Earnhardt, and Jeff Gordon. All right. Going green on 175. That should get me to like 265. No, 255. All right, here we go.
Going green. The pace car's in. Green, green, green.
Oh, I can get in right here.
Car outside. Clear. Still there. Clear outside. Car outside. Still there. Clear. Car outside. Still there. Clear. Outside. Clear outside. Outside. Still there.
Got Mikey trying to go 3 wide in the middle. Kind of block that off a little bit.
Clear outside. Outside. Still there. Still there. Still there. Clear outside.
Boy, Ken Schrader is not running very well in this race. At least not running as well as he should be, or he typically does.
outside.
All right, Ted Musgrave is a spot, and I think Darrell Waltrip is a spot. Darrell's at the front of this group. He's now going to break away, it looks like. But I'm right on the back of Ted Musgrave here.
Car outside. Still there. Clear. Car outside. Clear outside. Outside. Still there. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Car outside. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Car outside. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Car outside.
Boy, Brett Bodine was really hanging in there.
Still there.
That surprised me.
Clear. Outside. Clear outside.
How How do I keep ending up behind Sterling Marlin?
The yellow flag is out. Let's go. Race back to the line.
Man. These restarts make me nervous.
Pit road is closed.
Wreck down the front straightaway.
Okay, we're under caution. Catch up to the end of the pacing line. Stay behind the 7 car.
Okay, that knocked some people out of the race. All right, I'm definitely pitting. Is Ricky Rudd gonna pit? Ricky Rudd, Mark Martin, and Darrell Waltrip doesn't look like they're gonna
Pit
pit.
road is now open.
I don't think that's the right move, guys. All right, so they're gonna be a little slower on the restart.
Limit 45. Keep it under 3,500 in seconds. Pass the 4 car. The pace
Looks like
cars
Derek Cope
in
was in
turn
the
1.
wreck. Jeff Burton.
We'll give you 1.5 cans of fuel. The pace cars in turn 2. The pace cars on the short straight.
Short straight.
Go, go, go! Limit 45. Keep it under 3,500 in seconds. The pace cars in the kink. The pace cars on the back straight.
Looks like Michael Waltrip
Okay, you're clear
and
of pit lane. Stay behind
Ken
the
Schrader got
28
involved
car.
in that too. I think Michael Waltrip might be a lap down now. Ted Musgrave's out. All right, I was fighting with him for position. He's gone. Okay, maybe I just didn't see Michael Waltrip come on pit road. All these guys getting clogged up coming on pit road. I'm a little worried about passing them though. Like I don't want to get a black flag for passing under caution. Though I think they're technically like on pit road. Just better safe than sorry. And Ernie didn't mind passing them. All right, so that last run was only like 15 laps. So 80 laps would be 275. So I could probably go to 275 or 280. Let's see, Rudd, Martin, Speed. Okay, Ward Burton is going to start, or no, that's Darrell Waltrip. Okay, Darrell Waltrip, and then Irvin. So Bill Elliott and Mike Wallace didn't pit. And so they're going to be the first 2 cars on the inside line. And they're going to be a little slow because they got old tires. But only 15 laps, it shouldn't be too big of a difference.
We're going green next time by. Okay, we're on the lead lap. Stay on the outside line. Stay behind the 28 car on the outside line.
All right, some faster cars on the inside of me, except for Mike Wallace and Bill Elliott up front. Watch out for those 2. Other than that, this should be a pretty simple restart. Should be. Just watch out for Michael Waltrip trying to get in the middle 3 wide, especially if I'm on the outside. But if I get on the outside, I can just let Michael Waltrip go because he's the only guy on the outside line behind me. And then just go fight with all the lap cars back there. All right, going green on 197. I can almost go the rest of the way. I'm going to be like 30 laps short. All right, here we go.
Now. Going green. Pace car's in. Green, green, green. Inside. Still there. Still there. Clear inside. Car outside. Clear.
All right, that worked out pretty good.
Car outside.
Tires still coming up to temperature.
Clear.
And Waltrip got pretty shuffled out, Michael Waltrip, in turn 3, the first lap after the green.
Outside. Still there. Clear. Car outside. Clear outside. Outside. Clear. Outside. Clear outside.
All right, got around Mike Wallace. I think Bill Elliott's up here slowing some people up a little bit. Including Ernie. Yeah, Ernie's struggling to get around Bill Elliott here. And Rick Mast, I haven't seen Rick Mast all race, but he's caught up to me. He's at least one lap down. See, Bill Elliott is just, it's causing this little traffic jam here.
Still there. Still there. Clear. Car outside. Clear. Outside. Clear. Car outside.
Okay, Ernie got around Bill.
Still there.
Finally.
Clear outside.
Kyle Petty's getting around Bill.
Car outside. Still there. You're on the bottom, 3 wide, car outside.
All right, that wasn't really 3
Clear.
wide there. Spotter being spotter.
Outside. Clear outside.
All right, I've worked my way up into the top 5 through all of that. Trying to get through all that traffic behind Bill Elliott. And I'm back behind Sterling Marlin again. The Kodak getting a lot of TV time in this video. And, you know, this is working out pretty good for me. Ricky Rudd and Mark Martin did not pit, so they're not quite as fast as they would be if they had gotten tires. And they're not just taking off. I can still see them. They got like half a straightaway on me. I can still see Ernie. All right, Jeff Burton was on pit road, so he might have a problem after that accident. Yeah, he's really slow. Okay. All right, so watch out for Jeff Burton. He's got engine damage.
Clear outside.
Okay, and Brett Bodine has engine damage.
Still there.
And I totally just picked Sterling
Clear.
Marlin with him. All right, so watch out for Jeff Burton and Brett Bodine. I'll have to see what happened in that wreck after the race. All right, Dave Marcus has damage as well.
Let's go. Race back to the line. Clear. We got a wreck in the pit.
All right, that wasn't me.
Pit road is closed.
I hit Dave a little bit, but there was some other wreck that caused a caution.
We got a wreck in the pit. Okay, we're under caution. Catch up to the end of the pacing line. Stay behind the 42 car.
And I would almost guarantee that was right. Yeah, that was right in here. Probably someone coming up on Jeff Burton or Brett Bodine. All right, now who's gonna pit? Okay, now is everyone pitting? Is Ernie gonna pit or is he staying out? I don't think Ernie's gonna pit. Well, he can't go the rest of the way. I think if you pit right here, there's a chance you can go the rest of the way.
Keep it under 45. Keep it under 3,500 in second. Past the 4 car.
Looks like Jeff Purvis was involved in that.
The pace
Bobby
car
Labonte.
in turn 1.
Oh yeah, Bobby Labonte's all tore up. He's probably out.
We'll give you 1 can of fuel. The pace cars in turn 2. The pace cars on the short straight. Go, go, go! Keep it under 45. Keep it under 3,500 in second. The pace cars in the kink. The pace cars on the back straight. Okay, you're clear of pit lane. Stay behind the 18 car.
All right, Irvin stayed out, so hopefully there's not going to be a ton of guys on the tail end here. I don't think there will be. I don't like Daryl being right behind me on this restart, but been feeling more confident with my restart, so I'm gonna YOLO it. Okay, Chuck Bound, Jeff Purvis, Dick Trickle, and Bobby Labonte all out in that wreck. So down to 33 cars in the race. 7 on the lead lap. All right, yeah, 90 to go. Man, that's cutting it close on fuel. If it goes green, I may have to do a splash. Is that Jeff Purvis?
We'll give you just a splash of fuel.
No, Jeff Purvis is out. Who is? Oh, that's Sterling Marlin up there.
going green next time by. Okay, we're on the lead lap. Stay on the outside line. Stay behind the 10 car on the outside line.
If it stays green, it looks like I may need a splash on the last lap. All right, hopefully I can get in front of Greg Sachs here. The restarts have been manageable so far, and I'm pretty close to the front, so I'm not too worried about this one. And all these guys on the inside are pretty fast cars, so I just got to watch out for Darrell Waltrip behind me. And going green on 225.
Get ready now. Going green.
I should have topped off on that last pace lap.
Pace car's in. Green, green, green. Car inside. Still there.
All right, I'm just going to let Darrell go
You're
here.
up top, 3 wide.
Oh man, now I'm stuck on the outside. 3 wide. Okay. All right. Double file here.
Clear inside. Car inside. Still there.
Lake speed. Stuck behind John Andretti here.
Clear inside. Car outside. Still there. You're on the bottom. 3 wide. Outside. Clear outside.
Oh, Ward Burton headed up towards the wall there.
Outside. Clear outside. Outside. Clear outside. Outside. Still there. Clear. Car outside. Clear outside.
All right, well that restart wasn't quite as convenient. But I really didn't want Darrell behind me like that and trying to run me over. So I think I did the right thing by just letting him go.
Outside.
And I don't think Mikey pit on that caution, so he's got old tires.
Still there. Clear. Outside. Still there. Clear outside.
Yeah, Mikey's definitely on older tires.
Car outside. Clear outside. Outside. Clear outside.
I wish I could tell Daryl, like, dude, I'll follow you, but you gotta pass him. Like, you're obviously faster. Okay, there we go.
Outside. Still there. Clear. Car outside. Clear outside. Car outside. Clear. Car outside.
All right, well, I'm not gonna follow him
Still there.
anymore. All right, I'm gonna dive bomb Jeff Bodine here.
You're on the bottom, 3 wide, outside.
It's not really
there.
3 wide.
Clear outside. Outside.
I'm guessing Rusty didn't pit on that caution.
Clear. Car outside. Clear outside. Car outside. Still there. Clear outside.
I don't know if any of these guys ahead of me pit on that caution. Don't look now. But I think I may be the fastest car on the track now.
Outside.
As Ricky Rudd's on older tires.
Still there.
Ricky Rudd is probably going to have to pit and get tires.
Still there.
Same with Ernie Irvin. And I'm guessing same thing for Mark Martin, though I'm not sure. And Mark is all over Ernie's bumper, so Mark might have fresh tires.
Outside.
Or Mark might have pit under the caution. And he's just kind of hung up behind Ernie here.
Clear outside. Car outside. Clear. Outside. Clear outside.
Yeah, I think Mark is just hung up behind Ernie. It's like Mark is trying to pass him on the outside. Went pretty hard into that corner.
Car inside.
Okay, maybe I'm not at faster than Rudd. Kyle's coming with him.
Still there. Clear. Car inside.
Can I get the run on the outside?
Clear inside.
Nice, okay. All right, and Jeff Burton is way busted, and so is Brett Bodine.
Clear outside. Outside. Clear outside.
All right, I know Ernie didn't pit under the caution. I'm guessing Mark Martin and Ricky Rudd did, and they're just kind of hung up behind Ernie here. Because Mark just can't make the pass.
Car outside. Clear. Outside.
But Ernie on those older tires, man, he's just slow.
Clear. Car outside. Still there. Still there. Clear outside. Outside. Clear. Outside. Clear. Car outside. Still there. Still there. Clear. Car outside. Clear. Outside. Still there. Clear outside. Outside. Still there. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. You're on the bottom, 3 wide, outside. You're on the bottom, 3 wide, outside. Clear outside.
All right, Mark Martin's getting around Ernie Irvan finally. Rudd kind of bullied his way to the middle
Outside.
last lap.
Still there. Clear outside. Car outside. Still there. The next car is the leader. Clear outside.
All right, I'm up to second. Let's see, how's the fuel? Okay, now it's saying I can make it.
Outside.
It's like Dale Jarrett has damage.
Clear outside.
Yeah, Dale Jarrett's missing his front end. I'm really hoping this stays caution free for the rest of the way. I don't know where Mark is at. It looks like he probably got tires on the caution because Ernie didn't pit on the caution, and I just passed Ernie pretty easily. But Mark is pulling away from me, so I don't think I can just race up and pass Mark. Unless he gets really hung up behind like Brett Bodine or someone. Or Jeff Burton. But I don't know if Mark is going to make it to the end. He may try and pit for a splash. Or, you know, if he knows he's not going to make it, he may pit way early and get 4 tires and just maximize having to pit. And I wouldn't be surprised if Ernie does that. Like if Ernie pits in the next 15 laps or something. If Ernie pits in the next 15 laps, then he's going to pit, he's going to get 4 tires. But he'll be so far behind, I don't think he'll be able to catch me. It's not like at Rockingham. I mean, fresh tires here don't make as much of a difference. Plus, they get all hung up behind lap cars, so for him to be able to work through traffic and make up a lap under green, I just don't think it's going to happen. So as it stands, I think if it stays green, I think it all comes down to what Mark Martin's going to do. Like, is he going to be able to go the whole way? Because it looks like I'm just barely going to make it. And I mean, I could try saving some fuel if I wanted, but it looks like I'm going to be okay. But I don't know about Mark. All right, well, still a long way to go. See how it plays out. I just hope it stays green, because I would love to see how this plays out organically. And not have a caution and then have to, like, everyone gets tires and then we're all just racing each other on the restart. Though, like, Jeff Burton is really slow here. So I am kind of worried about him, like, causing a wreck or someone just running into him. Same thing with Brett Bodine. And Ricky Rudd still hasn't been able to get around Ernie Irvan. And so Ricky's just losing more and more time. I got to make sure I don't run those guys over.
Clear.
Okay, someone's coming off pit road.
Outside.
Oh God, Harry, just let me go, buddy. I don't want to have to wait on Harry to pass Jimmy Hensley. Just gotta be patient. All right, here we go.
Still there. Clear.
Okay, Rudd got around Ernie. Did Ernie pit? All right, he did. Or did he just lose all that time? I don't know, let's see. Okay, yeah, Ernie pit. That's what I thought he might do because he didn't pit under the last caution. He knows he's going to have to stop again. And so the AI like calculate it and decide if they're going to get 4 tires, it's best to just, or if they have to pit anyway, it's best they just pit and get 4 tires and come back out. And then give themselves enough laps for the 4 tires to be worth it. If Mark Martin knows he has to pit again, I would think he would pit right in here too. But he's not pitting. So I think Mark may be able to go the rest of the way. All right, how many laps are left? 41. See that, I mean, 41 laps, that's still a long time. In theory, Ernie has fresh tires now, and he's obviously a fast car. So he's probably the fastest car on the track right now. But he would have to pass those other lap cars, go all the way back around the track, basically make up 2 laps under green. I mean, even with fresh tires, I don't think he can do that here. Maybe at Rockingham or Darlington, but not here. All right, Todd Bodine is pitting. Didn't Todd Bodine just come off pit road? And Ricky Rudd is catching me. Though he's so far back, he's like 3 seconds back because he got stuck behind Ernie for so long. Man, I love this stuff though. Like, this is what made racing so good back in these days. Like, all the strategy involved. You know, people making strategy calls and not wanting others to know what they're doing. You know, like they'd be, the TV people would be interviewing Mark Martin's crew chief, Shane Meal. John Kernan would be down there. Well, actually, this race was on TNN, but they'd be down there going, "Hey, Shane, so what are you going to do? Can you make it?" And Shane would go, "Well, you know, I don't know. Maybe we'll see, but we haven't quite made up our minds yet." Something like that. Just because there's so much like strategy involved, and as we got into the early 2000s, I remember in this kind of scenario, I'd be sitting there watching the race, like thinking strategy and who's gonna make it, who's not gonna make it, and more, NASCAR would decide, this isn't exciting enough. Let's throw a caution with 5 to go. So everyone can get tires, and then we'll just have a 2-lap shootout for the win. You know, and shit like that. And just, it turned me off so much. Anyway, sorry for the rant. Feeling salty, I guess.
Still there.
All right, both these guys behind me have fresh tires. I want to let them go.
Clear outside.
Don't like Todd being right on my bumper like that.
The leader's pitting now.
Okay, Mark Martin just pit. What lap is
You
it?
are on the point. Inside.
32 to go.
Clear inside.
All right, so Mark Martin pit. He's probably going to get at least 2 fresh tires and get fuel because he thinks he can't make it the rest of the way. All right, the 43 is pitting. My crew chief is saying I can go the rest of the way. And that fuel mileage is getting better and better. All right, I'm going to stay out. I'm going to stay out for the next 31 laps. And maybe, just maybe, I can get a surprise win here on my home track. That would be pretty awesome. $30 to go. I'll know in about 15 minutes. I really hope there's no cautions, man. Like, let's just race this one out. Be careful around all these lap cars.
Outside. Clear. Inside.
I'm out here running around all these dudes with fresh tires. Okay, more guys pitting. See, and those guys, I'm guessing they're just getting 2 tires at this point. I don't think they would get all 4 with only 27 to go. I got a lap on the field. Oh my God, Jeff Burton's going all slow here.
Outside. Clear outside. The yellow flag is out.
No!
Back to the line. Okay, we're under caution. Pit road is closed.
Well,
There's an
I
accident
still...
in the pit. Stay behind the pace car.
I was really hoping to see how this was going to turn out if it stayed green. But I got a lap on the field because I haven't pit, so I'm going to go in and get fresh tires. Can I?
Stay behind the pace car.
I'm not used to being the leader. And sorry for yelling no if anyone's watching this. Darrell Waltrip's out. All right, well, I'm going to go in and get tires. Some of these guys are going to get their laps back on the restart. So if there's another caution, then they'll be lining up right behind me.
Limit 45. Keep it under 3,500 in seconds. The pace cars on the front straight.
All right, trying to figure out how to win this race.
The pace cars in turn 1. The pace cars in turn 2. The pace cars on the short straight. Go, 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 go! Keep it under 45. Keep it under 3,500 in seconds. The pace cars in the kink.
And if any of those guys just got 2 tires...
on the back straight. Okay, you're clear of pit lane. Stay behind the 19 car.
If any of those guys just got 2 tires, then they may be really slow. I don't know. This could be a really messy restart. Especially, there's going to be, what, 5 cars on the tail end of the lead lap. And so I'm going to be restarting in 6th on the outside. And I'll bet that caution came out just because Darrell Waltrip's camshaft. Oh man, 25 to go. Okay, we got, okay, there's 3 guys on the tail end. Mark Martin, Rudd, and Ernie Irvin, and then me. So, I mean, if it stays green, all I gotta do is survive these. Did I get fuel? No, they didn't give me any fuel. If it stays green, all I gotta do is survive these 20 laps, and I win. But if it goes green and then there's another caution, well then Mark Martin, Ernie Irvin, and Rudd are gonna come all the way back around and restart right behind me on the restart of that caution. Then I'm gonna have to fight those dudes for the win. So
we're going green next time by. Okay, we're on the lead lap. Stay on the outside line. Stay behind the 28 car on the outside line.
And freaking Jeff Burton is starting first on the inside line. He's got engine damage, so I'm hoping that the 4 on the outside line can get around him by the time we get out of turn 1. Which means I got to stay real tight on Ernie Irvin, or else Strickland will get on the inside and then put him 3 wide or on the outside, and then I'll get stuck behind Jeff Burton, and I don't want that. All right, I'm gonna stay uptight with Ernie here. And why are they starting Rick Mass behind me, man? That's nonsense.
Get ready now, going green.
All right, here we go.
Pace car's in. Green, green, green.
All right, come on, guys. Let's get around Burton here.
Car inside.
And they're not going to do it. And Rick Mast is all over my bumper. And Jeff Burton's going to hold everyone up here.
You're up top, 3 wide, car inside.
Now
You're
I'm
up
4
top,
wide
3
up high.
You're up top, 3 wide, inside.
All right,
Car inside. You're
I'm
up top,
just
3
going to
wide.
play this safe.
Clear, inside. Clear, inside. Inside. Clear, inside. Inside. Still there. Still there.
Oh my God, this is a mess.
Still there.
All right, come on,
Still
let's
there.
get around him here. Go, Morgan.
Still there.
All right.
Clear.
All right, at one point I was 4 wide on the outside. Okay, I've got a 23-second lead on Mark Martin. So as long as this stays green, I'm good to go.
Outside. Clear. Car outside. Still there. Clear outside.
And I've got fresher tires than everyone else because nobody else pit under that caution. So I'm golden here as long as it stays green.
Clear.
How many laps left? 12 to go. Yeah, and Ernie is on like 20-some lap older tires.
You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Outside. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Outside.
Not really 3 wide.
Still there.
Spotter trying to make it interesting.
Clear outside. Outside. Clear outside. Car outside. Clear.
All right, if there is a caution, I don't have to worry about Ernie Irvin anymore.
Outside.
Put him back a lap down.
Still there.
So it's just me, Martin, and Ricky Rudd.
Clear. Car outside. Clear outside. Just 5 more to go.
All right, 5 to go. And I'm back behind Marlin. Been following Marlin a lot in this race. I actually gained a little bit on Mark that lap. And he might be caught behind a slow car. But I've got fresher tires in them, so. All right, white flag.
Last lap. You the man. Come on, bring it home.
All right, spotter, thank you. All right, I did it. I won at my home track.
You won! Yes, yes, yes!
That was an incredible race. I have to say, I think that might be my favorite race I've done on this channel. I won by like 20 seconds, but that doesn't really tell the whole story. It was really like competitive and stuff throughout the whole thing.
Keep it under 3,500 in second.
And then all the strategy at the end was just awesome.
The race is over. Come on in.
All right. Okay, export, that was 30 Phoenix. 30 Phoenix. Let's see here. I'm just gonna go back a little ways. No, 20, yeah, whatever, 25. Okay. So I win it. Ricky Rudd finishes second. 22.4 seconds back. Mark Martin third. Only 3 cars on lead lap. Then Ernie Irvin, Michael Waltrip, Rick Mass, Rusty Wallace, Kyle Petty, Sterling Marlin. All 1 lap down. And then Bill Elliott in 10th. All right, so I love that race. I love like 90s racing, and the strategy and stuff involved is why I loved racing back then. That and like watching the cars all like race in and out of lap cars and lap traffic. So the race was going good. I got really lucky with one caution that came out when I was like 22 seconds behind the leader. So if it didn't come out when it came out, I would have gone a lap down. But then towards the end, there was a caution with like 95 laps to go. And a bunch of people pit. Some people stayed out. And so then I knew that I could probably get to the checkered flag on that tank, or that I had to do a splash and go at the end. And it worked out to where we went green. The guys who didn't pit under the caution, they decided, and I've noticed that the AI do this. There's some formula in the game where the AI will look at how many laps are left. And if they know that they have to pit again, they'll cut that last run in half. Where it's like the formula tells them that if they go in and pit and get 4 fresh tires, then they're going to be a lot faster and take advantage of the fresher tires and get back out after pitting. They don't typically wait until like a lap to go and then pit to get fuel. So Ernie Irvin was one of the guys who didn't pit under caution. So he came in, he got 4 tires and fuel, and that put him lap down way behind. And then I was waiting to see what Rudd and Martin were doing, because they pit under the caution with me. And eventually they pit with like, what was it, like 35 laps to go? And so then I was the only one who hadn't pit. I was going to go the rest of the way. It looked like I was going to be able to make it. And then the caution came out, of course. And I got fresh tires, came back out, and all I had to do was survive the last 25 laps on my fresher tires, and it was over at that point. Great race. I mean, yeah. I love that strategy stuff, man. I love it. All right. Let's see if I can find some of these wrecks. There was a couple of big wrecks in this race. Let's see. Was Derek Cope or Kenny Schrader in one of them? Let's see. You know what? Okay, at 191, he went out. Okay, yeah. So this was one of them. I think this was the one on the front straightaway. Looked like Kenny Schrader. Oh, okay. So Ted Musgrave blows his engine, but he gets down, and it looks like these guys trying to avoid him is what caused it. Yeah, Brett Bodine comes up into Ken Schrader. They get sideways. Dale Jarrett hits him. Derek Cope hits him. Okay, I'm surprised there weren't more cars involved in that. But it looks like they all got slowed down and stuff. Let's see. Who was down there at the bottom? Dale Jarrett. Okay, Derek Cope. Did anyone hit those guys? No, it looks like they all just continued on. All right, so that was one of the wrecks. And then the next one, a bunch of guys went out in it. Who was that? Dick Trickle. Look for Trickle here. Number 32. When did he go out? Okay, he went out on 218. Okay. And I think this was the one on the back straightaway. Let's see, 217. Okay, he's on 217. Yeah. These dudes up here. How did that start? Okay, Jeff Burton is damaged. And it looks like Morgan Shepherd just gets into him. Ugh. I love these camera angles because they look just like how the camera angles looked back then, but having such a low angle in the dog leg makes it hard to kind of see what's going on. Yeah, it looked like Morgan Shepherd is trying to like bum rush his way past Jeff Burton, and he gets into him, and then they hit Bobby Labonte down there. Yeah, they hit Bobby Labonte. Yeah, and then Morgan Shepherd flies up and hits Hut Strickland, and then Dick Trickle gets it right there. Okay, and when Dick Trickle hits Bobby Labonte, then Bobby Labonte comes down into the groove. Boom. Right there, and Chuck Bound hits him. And there's Jeff Purvis running in there like an idiot and knocking himself out of the race. Was that it? Yeah, I think that was it. So that was that wreck, and that's the one that happened on 219. So that was about 95 laps to go. And then the last caution was with like 25 to go or something. Let's see here. Is it right here? Yeah, I see the green there. Okay, so that's when we're taking the green. Okay, there's my last pit stop. All right, where was this one? I think this one was in the. Is this? Yeah, okay, there's Lake Speed. Oh, it looks like Darrell Waltrip blew up. And then Lake Speed just runs right into the back of him. Okay, and that's where Michael Waltrip got involved as well. So Michael Waltrip and Darrell Waltrip got messed up in that one. And Lake Speed. Looks like everyone else got around him. All right, and then this ridiculous restart at the end. Let's see here. Okay, Michael Waltrip was still in it, even though he was all messed up. All right, there's Jeff Burton. Jeff Burton is all busted. He's like down a cylinder. He's got all sorts of engine damage, down a cylinder or something. And he just starts holding up all these other cars. And it just creates a mess. And I'm stuck right in the middle of it right there. Yeah, okay, I remember seeing Ernie is trying to force his way by. And I remember seeing that when they're getting into the wall, and I'm right there. Right there. Just trying to, all I got to do is survive these 20 laps. And so there, I went into the corner 3 wide. So then yeah, right there, I'm 4 wide. So then I'm like, all right, screw this. Just let all these dudes go. And see, I let off the gas, just like, let them go. I don't need to race any of these dudes. And then I came all the way back here. What a mess, man. Like, that could have ruined the race. And Jeff Burton was still holding everyone up. Yeah, I remember I was hoping that Shepard and Elliott were going to get around him here, and it finally worked out. What a pain. Yeah, right there, I get around him. Well, that was a great race. It was a clean race, too. I think I gave Sterling Marlin a tap like twice, but just a little tap. But didn't get in any wrecks, thankfully. Okay. I exported. I saved. And by the way, that was Ron Hornaday's car. He drove that car. He tried to make the Brickyard 400 in that car. And he was in this race in that car. And I think he was also in the race at Sears Point in that car. And so I chose to drive it. So it was actually in this race. And yeah, I win it. And in this race is on NASCAR Classics, and you can see that car in the thumbnail, which I thought was pretty cool. All right, let's see. Exports. This is Phoenix. Bring up the points. Event. Oh, that's 92. 94. Event. Oh 0709 2026. And that was Phoenix. Race 30. Save, close. And then results, import, Phoenix. 5 cautions total. I led 35 laps. Mostly at the end, though I think I did lead a lap at some point earlier on in pit stops. And Rudd finished second, and Ernie finished fourth, and Dale Earnhardt finished. Where did he finish? 42nd. So Dale, I mean, I think that might have just knocked him out of the championship hunt. Okay, I got it there. All right, close it. Export. Right. All right, points. All right, after 30 events, Ernie Irvin's in the lead by 61 points over Ricky Rudd. And then Earnhardt has fallen to third, and he's now 103 points behind Irvin. And I'm only 12 points behind Earnhardt. So 61 points, that's about 15 spots. A little more than that, maybe 16, 17. So if Irvin DNFs at Atlanta, then Rudd could win the championship. I think as long as Ernie finishes the race, he's going to get a top 10 or probably a top 5. Yeah, he's finished in the top 5 every race but one if you take out his DNFs. So I'm pretty sure as long as Ernie finishes the race, he's going to be in the top 5, and he'll win the championship. But if he DNFs it, then Ricky Rudd stays in it, then Ricky Rudd could be the champion, and Earnhardt has a shot at it. Yeah, if Irvin and Rudd DNF it, then Earnhardt would win the championship. And I think I have a shot at it too. So if all 3 of those guys DNF, then I could win the championship. So 4 guys going for the championship on the last race of the year. That'll be pretty cool. Mark Martin is 150 points behind me, so I think I've pretty much secured 4th place. Mark Martin does not have a shot at winning the championship. So it's between us 4. Irvin, Rudd, Earnhardt, and me. All right, Mark Martin, Rusty Wallace, Morgan Shepherd, Ken Schrader, Terry Labonte, Lake Speed in 10th. And Jeff Gordon in 11th. Jeff Bodine in 12th. All right, the real race. I watched this race a few nights ago. They only had 4 cautions, and in one of them, John Andretti hit the wall on turn 3 and broke the wall. And so they had to red flag the race for a little while. Yeah, this first wreck on lap 31. They had to red flag the race so that the track workers could go repair the wall in turn 3 and 4. There's Ron Hornaday in that 76 car. He finished 34th. And I'm not positive. Yeah, there's Rick Corelli too. I'm not positive, but I think Ron Hornaday had just wrapped up the Winston West Championship like the day before this race. Yeah, and there's Rick Corelli, who was always ran like kind of West Coast back then. Same thing with Mike Chase. He was in the Winston West division. So, and Phoenix always had more starters. Like in 96, they had 44 starters because they would let some Winston West guys get in there. But Terry Labonte won it, and he won it by quite a bit. Only 3 cars on the lead lap, and he was right behind Sterling Marlin at the end of the race, just like I was. And Sterling Marlin started on the pole. Then Gordon Musgrave, Kyle Petty, Ricky Rudd, and Jeff Bodine. And then Dale Jarrett, Darrell Waltrip, top 10. Yeah, a bunch of West Coast guys here, like John Krebs. He was a West Coast guy. Rich Woodland was a West Coast guy. Jeff Davis was a West Coast guy. Doug George, Scott Gaylord. And a lot of these dudes, once the truck series was formed, and the truck series mostly ran on the West Coast, a lot of these dudes became truck drivers. Like Wayne Jacks, he was a truck driver for a while. Doug George was a truck driver. He drove that Ortho car or Ortho truck in 95. And Rick Corelli and Ron Hornaday, etc. Yeah, and after this race, I mean, Earnhardt's already wrapped up the championship. Rusty Wallace still 379 behind, so championship was over at this point when this race was run. All right, if you checked out that race, thanks so much for checking it out. I appreciate it. I had an awesome time running that race. It's probably my favorite race on this channel now. Lots of good strategy. It's my home track. It was a clean race, and I won it, which was pretty awesome. And it was competitive all throughout the race. I mean, without the strategy, I wouldn't have won it. That's for sure. But a great race. Maybe I would have gotten a top 5. All right, only one race left at Atlanta. That's it for this one.